Hey, it's real. I hope. We'll see. We'll see if anybody ends up showing up. We're ready for fun. Non-stop. Hi, everybody. Wait, I should actually look at the camera. Hey, Kirby hands. Welcome. Today, I have things to do, and you get to enjoy them with me. If you want to. You don't have to. You can leave whenever you like. That's the great thing about the internet. I can't force you to be here. I'm gonna change the volumes on things. If you're having trouble hearing me, let me know. Don't forget to be active in chat so that we can all talk to each other. I don't say anything in the live chat. Is it working? I don't know how any of this works. Hey! Alright, it does work. I'm not sure how bad the delay on everything is, so if it takes me like 5 minutes to respond to you, please accept my apologies. I'm just here trying to get work done. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to do it. Trying to get it every day. And if, by the way, you have any questions along the way, and I can elucidate to you what I'm doing, please let me know. I'm here for you. You know what I'm saying? This is fun and educational. For all 5 of you. 5 people are going to be very, very... 6 people are going to be extremely... educated. Yeah, there's another word I was looking for, but I can't think of it. And this is the old Bob's Drawing Challenge music that I've put into a special playlist. Ready to learn? Okay. Well, what would you like to know? All I'm doing right now is lining up things. It's very exciting work. This is the part of the stream where I should probably move the... I did not plan this out very well. The camera's here. The chat is way over here. So, like, if I want to look at it, I'm like... Stupid. Always wanted to know more about how comics are made, eh? Well, you are looking at a guy that makes them. I can show you what my process is, if that's helpful to you. So that's what I'll do. So it depends on the book I'm working on, but typically I will start in a digital program such as this, where I hope that's... Is that too dark? I hope that's not too dark. It's a little hard to tell from where I am. I'll brighten it up a little bit. Give me one moment here. Alright, so that's this one. And then... Hey, you gotta forgive me. I'm not great at this. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna take it back. I actually have no idea how to do this. I was like, oh, you know what I'll do is I'll just tweak the presets. I was like, nope, I don't know how to do any of it. So never mind. So first thing I'll do is I'll do all my layouts and penciling in a digital program, and the reason for that is that it's just like super way easier to do that way. You know, it's like if I screw up the placement of something, I can just like, you know, lasso it and move it around. So it's like, oh, this character's not where I want them to be. And then I'll go, oh, okay, well, let's just put them over. Whoops, wrong layer. You have to know what layer you're in. But like I can go, okay, now she's there. Now she's there, and I don't have to erase her and completely redo it, right? Next thing I will do is I will take it and I will print it out on a piece of Bristol board. And I wasn't expecting to talk about this, so I'm gonna have to go get it. I did not come prepared with props for show and tell. One moment. Nope, not there. Ah, there it is. Hang on, I'm across the room, it's very exciting. Alright, I'm back. Put my headphones back on so I can get back into the jams. All right, there we go. So then, as you can see, printed out much larger. Not that much larger, but much larger, so that when you reduce it for the actual comic book page, it hides all of your mistakes. So you will then ink this, and you can actually see some of the blue line is you printed out blue for a number of reasons. One, doesn't pick up as good, right, by printers and scanners and whatnot. The other thing is that modern photo editing software finds it very easy to find colors like blue, isolate them, and just get rid of them. So I can do a nice, black ink over everything, and then get rid of all the blue lines, and now suddenly we have nice clean line art where you don't get to see any of the other stuff on it. At that point, I'm gonna put this over here. Oh man, we're dropping viewers like flies. Nobody likes this content. Oh well. Screw them. They're no fun anyway. Boop, 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 boop. I gotta turn off all this stuff. And then you bring it into the computer. There's two reasons that typically I will ink traditionally instead of digitally. One, it's fun, right? Like sitting in front of a computer all day, not so great. And then I can like go hang out on the couch with my wife and watch TV and ink something, which is fun. Also, just sort of the experience of it is different and nice. I'm like, and at the end of the day, like I have an archive of it, right? Like I have like this piece of paper that I can carry around with me, take to shows. Sometimes people want to buy them, stuff like that. It's an additional revenue stream for the comic book artist, that everybody can enjoy, but mostly me. But then typically what I will do, so like what we're gonna see me do today right now is just do a little bit of cleanup on this page, because I made a few mistakes, and typically I employ a hybrid approach to my comic book making. So it'll be like a little bit country, a little bit rock and roll. No, it'll be like a little bit it'll be a little bit traditional, a little bit digital. Plus, like this thing I'm working on is like real stupid and quick. And well, it was supposed to be stupid and quick, but it ends up taking me forever. Because every time I'm like, oh, well, I'm gonna do a quick personal project between pages of whatever thing I'm working on, and like I turn it into some 500-page epic, and then nothing ever gets done with it. And I never finish it. So right now, I don't know if you can. Is it better if I move it in a little closer? I've got these gooseneck things. Here, I'll try to keep that there. Does everything sound okay? It seems like it's okay on my end, but I can't tell. I've got headphones on. Sounds right to me, but who knows? I don't want to be blowing your ears out with anything, if I can help it. Oh, good. Holly Hand Grenade. It's such a good name. Oh, thank you, Marco. I appreciate it. It's nice of you to say. It's just, the great part about this is it's just going to look better as we go on today. If I have anything to say about it. Yeah, here, help me get monetization back on my stream so that I can actually buy a computer that's capable of going on the internet. You should see the mess of a setup I have right now. Like, this is the main work computer. It's 11 years old. It's falling apart. It can't go on the internet anymore. And then there's the one over here that has a battery so fat it's exploding the entire thing. You can draw comics for Marvel, people. That doesn't mean that you're a wealthy man. It just means that you're a man that gets to draw comic books for a living. Which, you know, better than digging ditches. So no complaints there. Gotta get those super chats going so that people can chat in a super way. I don't know what any of that means. And if there are any other questions as I'm going along, please feel free to ask. Feel free to, you know, because, like, I know things. I know all kinds of things. Art, politics, history. No topic is taboo on this show. Unless I don't like it, and then it is, and then I'll shut it down real quick. We'll end all this mess. That's pretty good. One of the things that sometimes is difficult is that you will find that you've drawn a face, and then you draw a face again, and it doesn't quite look like the same face anymore. So I did one version of this character's face I really, really liked. What's the premise of this latest project? Well, which one? The one I'm doing for Marvel or this one? What do you think about that? What do you think about that question? Okay, so this one is the stupidest thing ever. I was like, oh, you know what I want to do is I want to do a real quick book that is very silly, and that you know, isn't going to be too taxing on me. Like, as far as, you know, I can just draw fun stuff, and it'll be a good time. So it's called, and I think the name of it is actually going to give away the entire premise. It's called High School Demon Assassin. And that's what it's about. If you have any questions beyond the name, please let me know. I'll be shocked if you do. Seems pretty straightforward, Bob. Oh, she's in high school? Yeah. She's a demon? Yep. She likes to kill people? Yep. Okay, I get it. You can also see where I made mistakes. Like here, I forgot to fill in the blacks. Just completely forgot to do it. I can see due to your lack of response that you did not enjoy the title or the concept. And you know what? That's fine. The book's not for you. Whoop. You can see back here where I completely just drew nothing. There's no face there. Look at this. Look at this. What is this? What did I do? What a mess. Ugh. This is the behind the scenes, down and dirty, ugly side of comics making, people. I didn't respond because there was nothing else to say about it. I understood and knew where it was going. There we go. Now that face is fixed. This is like the old Bob's Drawing Challenge, only you don't get to tell me what to do, and it's way slower. But now I can tell my horrible jokes directly to you. For those of you old timers, I don't know if is anybody. Oh, doing a second pass on the inks digitally is a good idea. Yeah, I recommend it because it's like you still get like the all the benefits of having done it traditionally, but then you know you can just clean it a little bit and get a little crisper in some areas. Like yeah, there was what here. Let me see if I can actually find it real quick. It's the worst. It was the worst thing I've ever done. I felt so guilty when I did it. It takes a minute because, like I said, this computer I'm working on is pretty old, so like it's pulling these like 200 megabyte TIFFs in from the. If I actually bothered trying to explain to you how my computer setup works, you would laugh at me because it's very bad. Okay, here, look. I felt so bad when I did this. I started working on this. Oh no, moved it to the other screen. I moved to this one, and I screwed up so bad. Right here that I just put a big X over his face and wrote fix. Just do that later. Look, this was not your best effort. You know it. I know it. You'll come back. We'll do it later. We'll act like none of this happened. Oh boy. All right. I feel pretty good about this. This looks more or less the way I wanted it to. Right? Right? Still not super happy with this dude's face. G Matrix! Hey, how's it going? Yeah, well, that's the problem. I will always know that he was back there and that I screwed it up. Who is G Matrix Art? Do I are you from Twitter or old Bob's Drawing Challenge watcher? I have no idea if anybody who ever watched Bob's Drawing Challenge is here and gives a crap. I don't know how this works. Like when I post one of these up, do people who were previously subscribed to the channel suddenly get a notification of like, hey, oh hey Lewis. Oh wait, I should actually look at you. Hey. Yeah, but I don't know if like people that normally follow me suddenly get like an invite or like a notification that I'm live. I don't know how any of it works. I'm super bad at this. Okay at drawing. A-okay at drawing, but not great at anything else, unfortunately. Alright. I think that's good enough. So now what we do, at least what I do, because I like my blacks crisp. I like them crisp. What I like to do is I like to go up here to a filter. It's called binarization. In Clip Studio, it's called threshold in Photoshop. And basically all it does is it looks at a piece of artwork and goes, cool, anything below this threshold is completely black. Anything above this threshold is completely white. I have a setting I like. I click it. Now, if you zoom in, it's no longer anti-aliased. It is 100% aliased. See? You can see all the pixels. Every pixel is accounted for. No grays. Black, white. That's it. That's good when you're filling in color and stuff like that. Oops. So now what I'm doing is I'm going through. I have a second screen over here that you can't see, so I apologize for that. You can't see everything. Oh wait, here. I'll move it up. Now you can see my other screen. I've done it. Incredible. Look at this technology. I have just moved the camera. I'm gonna go into here, and I'm gonna pull a previous page that is colored. Probably this one. We'll move back down here. Ready? Now we're back. Sorry, there's a lot of dust and dander in the air these days, and so I'm clearing my throat a lot. It's been bad out here in LA, man. They tell you about beautiful sunny Southern California. What they don't tell you is that your hay fever goes nuts, and your throat becomes full of gremlins. So I read, wife read this the other day, that if you have hay fever, it's because you're probably part Neanderthal. Like way back in ancient times, you were part Neanderthal. So think about that. You spring sneezers. You're a caveman. Got that bigger brain case though. Supposedly. So this is the part of the show where Bob just clicks things with mice. It's going to be very exciting for you. Oh wait, you know what I should actually do is make sure that you can see what I'm doing. We'll back this up a little bit. You'll love it. Gosh dang it, that's really dark, isn't it? Camera. Hey, do you guys know how to change the filters while you're working? Can you do that? No? Nobody knows? Oh, filters, here we go. Oh, look at me! Look at me, I figured it out! Ah! Ha ha! Oh man, this is real. I am great at this. Best streamer on the internet by far. You can tell due to the fact that no one's talking to me. Guys, I don't do this for me, I do it for you. What do you want to talk about today? What's your favorite? Hey everybody, go into chat and tell me what your favorite ice cream flavor is. And if you don't like ice cream, get out of here. Oh wait, unless it gives you the poops. That happens. My wife gets the poops from ice cream. Whoops. Probably shouldn't have aired that one. Hey Marco, mint chocolate chip. There we go. That's an ice cream fan. I like it. I've just received a text. Salted caramel, gotta be. That's a good one. That's a good one. Whoops. That's not what you want. You gotta actually get in here and... This is just the coloring book part of the show. Oh god. This is all open line. This is bad. Which means I need to close off all the... Oh wait, I'm not even closing off the stuff right. Dingbat. Here we go. What's your thought process for thumbnailing? Yeah, I could. That's not a big deal. I can actually do that for this page. 1 second. Okay, so here, let me turn the colors off real quick. So for this page, here I'll show you the previous page so you can understand kind of how we got here. It's gonna take me a second to open this up because it's they're big files, it turns out. It's loading. You can see the loading bar. That's how you know it's working. That's how you know it's working. Okay. So, on this page, whoop, why did you do that? Where'd it go? It just disappeared on me. Oh, there it is. Oh god, too many windows. Whoop, whoop. There we go. So on this page, she gets into an argument with this bully kid. Right? Oh, you can't even see that, can you? I'll actually zoom in so you can see it. So on this page, this bully kid here gets into it, starts arguing with her, and then the bully kid's friend yanks her horn, which is very rude. And then she's like, "Hey, let's fight each other." And then the teacher's like, "Hey, you kids, hey, you dumb kids, quit fighting!" Right? So, whoop. Let's move this back over here. Here, he's admonishing her for being a naughty kid. And then he's like not really admonishing these two kids, and then they kind of give her the stink eye, and then she pulls her hood over her head here so that she can you know, sort of go back to anonymous mode, right? So in general what you want to do, and I didn't do the best job of this, but what you're trying to do as an artist is like a bunch of things. Like one is like flow of information, the other thing is like flow of your eye line as a reader. So, and then you're also trying to heighten the emotional, you know, whatever. It's like you're trying to heighten the emotional state of everything, right? So like this story is about our main character. Her name is Polly, right? Right now Polly's being yelled at, right? So you want to make her feel small, right? Like she's been in trouble, right? So we have this guy dominates much more of the frame, and we're shooting at a high angle downward on her, which makes her feel small, right? And then and the way that works is like, you know, so this is typically the way that, I think the reason this works psychologically is because that's how, I will show some Way of X art in a little bit, yes, I will do that. But once I'm done explaining this for Holly, I will then show some Way of X stuff if I can. If I can find anything that actually is savory. But I think psychologically, we're used to looking at children this way, right? Like, because we're taller than kids, we look down, we see a kids looking up at us. So I think psychologically, inherently think of looking down on something as something being small or diminutive. So that's what we're doing here, is we're looking down on her, big person in the frame, little person in the frame, so that we know that he's sort of dominating her space, right? If another way to do this, now that I'm thinking about it, that might have been actually better, is to actually push her a little farther to the edge of the frame and have him bearing down over her a bit more. So that's one thing that's happening in this frame. Next thing that's happening in this frame is the use of black. Typically what you want to do in a frame in order to figure out where you're supposed to look is, it's the 70-30 rule. 70% of the frame is either black or white, and then the other 30 is the opposite, and it tells your eye where to look, right? So in this case, I want you to look at her. So most of the frame is white. Oops, sorry, I hit the thing with my hat. Most of the frame is white. She's black. You know to look straight at her. So now, your eye line is going from him down the arm to her, and then I break it here and send you back this way. Then I use the lines of the ceiling to get you down through this part, right? He's not really admonishing these two kids, right? Or he's not really admonishing these two kids. Why is that? She can't believe it. She can't. Whoop. You kids, not so big deal. This guy, having a good laugh. She's like, what the crap? Right? So now we're down here. Whoop. so that here, let me make a new layer. So as you can see, we're going. Whoop. I'll put it up here so you can actually see. So our eyeball goes. Oh, I hit something. Whoa. Hey, what the hell? And typically you want to have a nice S if you can, because it's a nice natural movement for your eye. How do you do the oral section of when you draw pen? I don't know what. Wait, what does oral mean? Do you mean like sound effects, or do you mean like people talking in words and stuff like that? You let me know, because I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, that's kind of the flow you want to have on your pages in general. Is a nice soft S. It's pleasing to the eye. It's easy for it to move down the page this way. And you'll find that 90% of my pages work that way. But yeah, that's all the stuff. That's basically how I put a page together. And you can even, here, I'll show you this other page where I do the same thing. Whoop. And there it is. Perfect. Whoop. Whoop. I'll turn on all these layers. See, once again, we start here, go across, down, across, focuses her. But then I kind of block you here so that we kind of recognize that this is the big focus. So anyway, that's how I do it. All right. I was gonna keep drawing, but now I've had a request for WaveX, so give me a moment. I'm not gonna switch the camera so you can actually see the other screen, because I have to figure out what I can actually show you. Way of X. I think everybody's seen the first 6 pages. Nope, can't show that. Hang on. Can't show that. Nope. Nope. I can probably show you this. So here we got, hang on. Hey, Matt. It's gonna take a minute to load here. As you would imagine, it's an X-Men book, so we have a nice conversation between Mr. Magneto here and Kurt the Nightcrawler Wagner. Oh, he's a little upset about stuff. They're having a nice chat, hanging out here on Krakoa where everything's beautiful and serene. Let me see. What else? What else is it? Nope, can't show you that one. Oh, here's a spooky one. This will take a second. Thank you. Wait, where'd it go? Ah, here it is. Whoop. So we got old Kurt hanging out in the trees. Hanging out in the trees at nighttime. And then meanwhile, what's his face? I can't remember his name now. Is doing the campfire stories for the kids. They're telling spooky stories. And then Kurt's like, "Ooh, but maybe there's something to these spooky stories. We don't know." Oh, you've all seen Dr. Nemesis already. I can show you this one. Golden section I don't really do so much. Sometimes that works. I do have a layout sort of guide that sort of breaks the pages down in a sort of golden ratio way, but I don't really use it that much. I find it, for me, that the S works a little bit better, just for readability. And he's up in the tree, he hears something, and then he tackles a guy. Uh-oh. That's him tackling a guy right there. Oh, no. And then he's like, "Hey, I'm gonna punch you in the mouth." And he's like, oh no, wait, I'll actually help you up. Oh my god, it's Dr. Nemesis and his head is made of mushrooms. Ah! Okay, I think that's all I'm going to show you. Because I don't want to give away the whole first issue. First issue's 30 pages, though. Lot of book there. Everybody's going to enjoy it. I hope you enjoy it. But like, I'm almost done with... I'm going to be done with issue 4 before the first issue comes out, actually. I'm like the only person at Marvel that works ahead. Or at least that can keep ahead of schedule. Because I'm the fastest, greatest comic book artist alive. And that's the truth. You can take that to the bank. How long does it take you to pencil and ink a page on average? 1 day. And I keep to that schedule. I adhere to it very strongly. I've gone faster. I don't recommend it. Is this all reading okay? Oh yeah, that's that much detail. Let me hang on. The most recent pages I can't show you any of this stuff from issue 4 yet. I don't think. No, it's every page is spoilers. If I showed you this page, I'd get in big trouble. Yep, I'm not gonna do that. But yeah, I have upped my level of detail, my my rendering, everything as the project has gone on. I've done everything in my power to make it the best work I've ever done. Yeah, that is that's how he looks in the series now. I don't know if that's how it's going to be moving on, but that's something that Sai shared that on Twitter already, I think. But yeah, that's how he's gonna look. He's gonna look like that guy. He's gonna look like Mushroom Guy. Psychedelia, baby. Let's get it. He doesn't normally do that though, because normally he just has like his hat and his mask. Which reminds me. Hey everybody, if you're going outside, wear a mask, even if you're vaccinated. Public service announcement. Be safe. Be safe in these troubled times. Public service announcement from your friendly neighborhood comic book artist who doesn't know anything. Way of X actually has been mostly digital, for a number of reasons. Like the stuff I want to do with it, or at least I've been wanting to push myself to do, if I'd done it traditionally, it would have taken me forever. Because like as the series has gone on, I've gotten more into like grayscaling and washing and stuff like that, so that all of the it sort of pushes the rendering and gives it a bit more detail, a bit more yeah, I don't know. I could have done it like I can't, like if anybody's bought a commission from me, you know that typically I'll ink wash it. Because I like doing that. But if I try to do that on a traditional page, it would just be like every page would take me 4 days. And like I want to be able to achieve some of that look without having to, you know, waste 4 days on a page, unfortunately. They don't give me that kind of time. I wish they did. I gotta close off all of these. Yeah, it's that stupid balance, right? Because like ultimately, like you want to do something that's gonna look special on the page, and like I know I could do it. You know I could do it. We're all friends here. But you know, I'm paid to be on time. I can. Oh, hey. 8 viewers. Hey, that's great. Hey, everybody. Hey, new people. Introduce yourself to the class. Or don't. I don't care. I can't force you. We're just coloring a comic book today. Whoop. I made a man's head gray. That's not how this works. Oh no, the other thing I'm doing hasn't been announced yet, so I can't talk about it. Because I was like, I might actually do that one. Because it's a little bit shorter. I might do that one fully ink washed traditionally, depending. I'm not sure. It's gonna depend greatly on the amount of time I have. Doc Mushroom Nemesis. Professor, you focused merely on my moistness. That's a joke from those Pete Holmes X-Men things. If you haven't watched them, you should. I'm not giving you the link. You know how to use Google. You know how to use it. Whoop. That's too big. Boop, boop. Gotta stay inside the lines, kids, when you're coloring. That's the most important thing to do. I see people jumping in, people jumping out. Stay and talk. Of course, I've said that to them and they've already left, so they'll never know that I said it. Oh, these internets. Oh, these confusing internets. I hope watching me color is as exciting for you as it is for me. I enjoyed the pun, but only because I read it aloud in my head. Everyone, please appreciate the Matrix's incredible joke. Laugh for him. Do it. Do it. Okay, that looks good. Nope. This is why you hire a flatter, people, and you have to do this crap. I almost did a swear. I apologize. As on Bob's Drawing Challenge, I would always censor all the swears because I thought the beeping was funnier, but now that like I'm live, I'm like, oh, I could swear. I could do some swears. But I feel like that would be rude. Rude to the viewership. You guys don't want to have your ears profaned with my bad language. Yes, I still know the melodies to all the old Bob's Drawing Challenge beep boop music. What drawing tablet am I using? Oh, you don't recognize it, do you? Well, that's because it's like a 20-year-old Wacom. I don't know if you can see it here. I'm gonna whoop. This is like the first Cintiq. Like back when they first came out. When they were like, hey, you know what? Maybe we should make a tablet you can draw directly on. So that's why it's not all sleek and black with the cool new stylus and stuff like that. It's ancient. Still kicking somehow, miraculously. Don't know how. Same with my computer. The computer I'm using is 12 years old. The reason that you're not getting a direct stream from the screen is because it no longer... it's so crappy that if I tried to do it, the drawing program would grind to a halt and I wouldn't be able to color anything. Second is that it's broken. Like, if I attempt to take it onto the internet, it kernel panics and shuts off. So, like, the way that my work setup is I do all my drawing on here, and then I put it onto an SD card, and I take it over to my laptop, which is sitting over here. A laptop, by the way, which is dying. And if it dies, then I can't get on the internet at all. There's no more streams. I don't get any more work done. Everything's terrible. So, oh my God. It's bad news over here. Anyway, yeah. It's all bad. So anyway, let's get this stream going. Let's get all the people in here. Tell all your friends. I'll teach them about comics. I'll show them pages I'm working on. We can draw comics together. And then maybe one day I'll be able to buy a new computer. With your support. I'll be able to get a computer from this decade. We don't know, though. Still drinking coffee today, man. Good times. What was I doing? Oh, sorry, I was gonna color this. I was gonna color this boy's hair. Boy hair. Why not buy a new one then? Why not buy a new what? Tablet or computer? The answer in both cases is they're expensive. Because like if I want to get a new work computer, it's going to be multiple thousands of dollars. And I can't use this old Wacom, they don't update the drivers anymore. So if I were to try to attach this to a new computer, they would just go, no, sorry, no worky. So I'd have to buy... Okay, so I can't buy a new tablet because it won't interface with this computer. If I get a new computer, this tablet won't interface with it anymore. So I'm stuck. the whole thing, like this computer is still running Lion from Macintosh, like the old, like it's not even on the ones that are like Big Sur, Catalina, Mountain, like we're not even there. We're still on Big Cats. Let me adjust this real quick. You see my camera here sitting next to my head? I don't know, cause like certain drivers aren't supported by the OS anymore. Like you can't run, like it's just because it's software, right? And they'll just go like, nope, sorry, this software no working anymore. Like you can't what is it? Like you can't run old versions of Photoshop and new versions of Mac OS. Like you have to download a completely separate. So like I have I hate Adobe. I hate them to death. ever since they made everything awful and made everything subscription based. So I don't use their new products, but I do have an old copy of Photoshop CS5, which I still use to this day, because I refuse to pay for their subscription service, right? But if I want to use that on a new version of Macintosh, it doesn't let me do it without having to update. I have to download some sort of like legacy Java thing, and then once I do that, it works kinda, but not really. Yeah, right? I'm so bad at taking commissions. I typically take them between projects, which is why they're so hard to get from me. I have somebody, so like, I don't know if the Twitter people here remember, but I did a call for commissions last year, I think. Was it last year? Yeah, something like, no, it would have been early this year, maybe February, March, I think. And that's basically when I take them. is when I'm in the, you know, is when I'm not doing a book. And I don't know how long it's going to be between books, so I just kind of like take them in the morning and then do them that day. I gotta charge more for my commissions, you guys. I'm gonna start. No more freebies. Korean tablet? It's affordable and it's really good from what I've heard. I've never heard of them. Malik Rivers! Hey, man. You know what? The funny thing is like, those Intuoses are pretty good, and there's some indication that maybe they're actually better for your wrist. I was dealing with some RSI a little whiles ago. I can't remember when it was. When it was. But it ain't good. I really recommend against getting it if you can. Whoop. Oh yeah, really? Yes, really. I don't lie to you guys. What's the point of that? Oops. All right, well maybe I will look it up. What do you think of that? What if I do look it up and I find out all these informations? Hang on, we'll do it right here on the stream. Boop. Boop. We're gonna go to Huion. There it is, the official Huion website, you guys. Pen display? How much do these cost? Whoa! Are you kidding me? Whoa. Okay, that I'm gonna need to look into. That's ridiculous. Okay, guys. This is not... look, they have not endorsed my show or anything. Maybe they should. But that's incredible. They're like under half the price. Do you have one? Yeah, I keep waiting for them to finally realize that, like, their customer service sucks and that their product is only okay. It's so stupid. It's like I just use it because everybody else uses it, not because it's actually good. I'm just a follower. I'm not even a real boy. I've heard they're good too. How many levels of pressure sensitivity do they have? Nobody knows. Anton! That's my boy. Where's the rum ham? Also, Anton, you should check base camp. No reason. And if I finish this, I'm gonna maybe work on one of those. 8,000! That's too many. Look, you know, if it gets the job done, I don't know what, like, there's really no point, right? Like, just because something is like the professional grade series, if you can get something that's half the price and does the exact same job, like, why would you waste the money just because it's got the name and because pros use it? Like, that's foolish. Save yourself the money, because here's a fact. Oh boy, okay, good. I'm so happy. But yeah, here's a fact, man. Like, if it does the job and you can do it at a discount price, do it. Just do it. Nobody cares. Nobody's gonna pick up your comic book that you've worked on and go, well, yeah, but did you draw this on a Wacom or did you draw this on a Huion? Nobody cares. I think that's got more pressure sensitivities than this thing. Because this is old. Like, I'm not even getting all the sensitivity I need. What about my sensitivities? I'm out here not being as sensitive as I could. I need to be more sensitive, you guys. Let's tell each other our feelings so we can be sensitive together, okay? How do you guys feel today? Yeah, do it. How's everyone feeling today? Is everybody feeling okay? Let's talk about our feelings. Was your week okay? Did you have to do anything hard? Did you do anything you didn't like? Was somebody a jerk to you? Pretty good. See, that's great. These are good feelings. These are what we classify as good feelings. As opposed to bad feelings. Well, I'm out here really helping the world, man. Oh. Anton, this is your last week of freedom, right? Of complete freedom? Where no one can tell you anything? You start on Monday with your new thing? Life is great. Good. That's what we want to hear. And in the words of the Italian Americans, even if it is bad, forget about it. I don't know. Is that racist against Italians to say forget about it because that's associated with the mafiosos? I don't want to get anybody in trouble or make anybody feel bad. We're just out here having a laugh. You know what I'm saying? Just out here goofing around. Look at this bully. Look at him sitting there with his hoodie and his one pink eye. He's got pink eye. Look at this guy. Look at this pink eye he's got. He's been scratching his butt and then scratching his eyes. Got poop in his eyes. I do have a... Good, I'm glad it was a good week. Yeah, I got a sword to throw in a hole, you guys. We're playing some Dorngens and Drorgans tonight. Anton in chat is my storyteller, not dungeon master. I've learned my lesson. He gets very angry at me when I call him dungeon master. When I call him the master of these dungeons. I'm glad your week was good, though, Marco. It's always nice when good things happen to good people. Like having a good week. Oops. I made a small mistake. But not one that can't be corrected. Boop. We're just binarizing right now. 108. That's my setting. 108 is my setting, you guys. It won't, it doesn't matter. I really appreciate all you guys sticking around. I think this is the, I mean, it's only 8 people, right? Consecutive, concurrent or whatever. But I think this is the largest stream I've ever had. And I appreciate everybody stopping by and chatting with me. It makes oops. Helps pass the time. It's a bit more fun to color these comics when I'm not doing it all alone. I may just start doing these sort of whenever I feel like it now. There will be no warning. You will not have any indication that I'm going to do it. I'm just going to post on Twitter that I'm doing one. I didn't think so. I didn't mean to offend. That's why I asked if saying forget about it was bad. Wait. Marco Fari, is that Mark Floor on Twitter? Sketching and inking sometimes. Yeah. My office is set up such that I can just move the cameras over to my other desk, so get ready for that. I don't sketch as much as I used to. Just like the problem is that like I'm butt deep in all this work all the time. So it's like if I'm sitting down at my desk, I gotta get work done. Otherwise, you know, I'm going to be in the other room just hanging out and watching TV and like relaxing for a minute for once. Boy, this is a really spooky song. So, what mutants that you created will you put in the backgrounds of Way of X? Only Soft Serve? Soft Serve is the only one that has made it into the book so far, and she is in there. Cause she's my favorite of all of my crap. She gets a really strong reaction. People get really grossed out. I'm like, it's just ice cream, you guys. What's the big deal? But she is in there. She's very small. I'll be shocked if anybody actually sees her. But she is in there offering somebody an ice cream cone. And then I have an opportunity in one of the later issues to do something really gross, and I decided against doing it, just because I didn't want to. I just thought it would have been a little too on the nose. I don't want to get into it. There's an ice cream gag later in the book, and I didn't want to put her in there. Oh. And for those of you who don't know, I don't know. Most people at this point have seen it, but like I put a thing up on Twitter about how one of my favorite things is like hiding old mutants that I made like way back in the day in the book, and I made one called Soft Serve who poops ice cream. And she is in the book. And like I said, there is an ice cream gag later where it was a possibility that maybe I could have put her in as an ice cream vendor, but I decided against it. I was just like, I don't know. There's like a whole backstory that could be part of it and all this stuff. I didn't want to do it. Yeah, that's pretty much the long and short of it, right? Because like, what's you know, I put it in there, funny joke, and then somebody sees it and goes, Bob, can we not do this? And then I go, all right. And then I got to spend a bunch of time redrawing something in it back. Like, a character that it completely doesn't matter. Like, I have to waste all this time redrawing it. I've heard some horror stories, man. about people having to redraw. I had to redraw something like the day before it was supposed to go out to the printer. That was pretty harrowing. And then the poor colorist had to go back and redo it. On Way of X, actually. It was a small thing, wasn't a big deal, but... Oh! There you go. Oh, man. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, boop. One of my great superpowers is finding the perfect spot in a song to add a fart noise. One of the things I'm very good at. Boop, 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 boop. Oop! Oop! Why did that happen? That doesn't make any sense. There we go. Right now, coloring book. We're just coloring in that hair. Oop. Boop, 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 boop. See? That was a great spot for it, wasn't it? You were impressed. Just go on in there. Go on in the chat. Let me know you're impressed. Just say impressed. I know you were. Chat, let me know. It's your boy. Alright, we've almost got all the characters colored, which is good. Oh, nope, nope, nope. I forgot to color his jacket. Once I get done with the jacket and all the background stuff and have all the props and stuff colored, we're actually going to get to the fun part, which is the rendering. I appreciate you humoring me. I'll put it to you that way. It was very kind of you to say you're impressed. Oh, wait. Arc Revenant! Musical background is trained. It's true. All the music on stream written by me. That's the truth. If we ever want to turn this into a rock and roll stream, I'll play. I got guitars and crap right behind me. We'll do it. Non-stop rock and roll. It'll be. I'll blow your ears out with jams, with hot jams. The one thing that does slow me down is that I'm constantly looking over my shoulder to see if chat has said anything that I need to respond to. What would be great is to have chat right here. I could just kind of look like that. I need to rearrange my workstation for incredible streaming opportunities. The banjo's right behind me. Did I do the intro music to Booze and Brews? Yes, I did. Yes, I wrote that song. I have the. I can't really show you the. I don't have the software required to capture audio from my desktop. Otherwise, I'd show you everything. Like I said, I'm not super good at this. I have enough to get 2 cameras and the audio just about right. That's about what I can do. Oh, yeah. Ice cream. That's very funny. Oh, man. Oh, no. Oh, crap. I thought I was all done. Okay, I gotta open another file real quick. Why are we not opening? What? That's weird. Oh, is my... Uh-oh. We've become unresponsive for some reason. Hang on, something weird's going on with my computer, you guys. This is what I get for using a little computer. Oh, there it is. This is the fun part of the show where you get to watch me surf through my amazing file structure here. Nothing gets people pumped like files. Files. Wait, should I move this down here for a little bit?
Hi, viewers. It's your old pal Bob. How does this sound?
This is... It deepens the voice. So that people can get excited about it. There we go. That's what I was looking for. It's like I've already picked the color. Why pick it again? yeah. We're gonna...
Welcome to the Drawtown Bobcast. It's 15 past the hour. With all drawings considered. Thank you for listening to NPR.
Those are my constant NPR jokes. Nothing gets people excited like NPR jokes. This explains my incredible comedy career. People can't get enough of these jokes. Yipes. I get upset at myself for these bad jokes. You don't have to like them, people. You just gotta respect them. Alright, that looks pretty good. Now we'll be able to do the easier stuff. The bigger fills. Look at that. Background filled right in. It wasn't even a big deal. Boop, 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 boop. Oh no. No. Tell me I have this color. Whoops. Where'd it go? Uh-oh. Wait, where'd... There we go. Jeez. Wait. My computer keeps trying to hide all my windows. Guys, this is making comics. where all your windows get hidden, you don't know where anything is, nothing gets done. Your editor's on your butt. Wait, hang on. Dear? Oh, hey, my wife is home. If you guys want to say hello to wife, let me know. I heard sounds in the other room. Wait, yeah. Boop, 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 boop. You guys getting into these jams or? Dearest, stream viewers have said hello to you. I don't know if you can hear her, but she did say hello, stream people, so that's how you know she cares. She said those words. Ooh, Flaming Skull Mini. I don't know if I want any of that. That sounds extremely dangerous. But maybe you can just have like a Smiling Skull Mini that's having a good day, and then we can talk to it about what its weekend was like and who its favorite baseball player is. Anton out here trying to get me killed. Oh, you guys. On Thursday we played some Dungeons and Dragons. And let me tell you what, Anton and I are so, not only is Anton my storyteller, but we also play in a game together. And we were in knots about how we were going to die last week. And then we didn't. We survived. It was great. As a matter of fact, we kicked everybody's butt in completely sideways. It was amazing. The Flaming Skull Jared Zales. Oh yeah, I love these jams. I wrote the best jams, you guys. Yeah. Yeah, if you guys can't tell from the chat there, we were up against some bad dudes, and then I just went completely bananas. That one round, I don't know how much damage I did to that dude, but it was sick. It was sickening. It was inhuman how much damage I did to that guy. Gotta open another page. Alright. Listen up, y'all. I have to go get some more coffee. Yeah. Over 80. I didn't even crit. That's how good I am. That's how good I am at Dungeons and Dragons. I won Dungeons and Dragons. Alright. These are windows. That's why they're all blue. Of course, I was never in a school that had nice windows like that. They were always super closed. Does anybody now does anybody have any fun plans for this weekend? Or did you just your whole weekend has been devoted to hanging out with me while I draw pictures? Because if that's the answer, that's fine. Or while I color pictures, I guess. Oops. Marco, you're from Italy? Wait, what time is it in Italy? Time in Italy. It's 8. Okay, it's not that late. I thought it was much later than that. I was like, you gotta go to sleep. You got school in the morning. You know, school in the morning. Well, I try to be. I try to be at least entertaining. Because if you're going to sit here and watch me color, I'd better tell you a joke once. I reiterate to the stream, if there are any questions, please ask them. I would like to be fun and informative, if I can. See now, do you see what's happening here? I want chat to look at and shame Anton for this, because he's trying to goad me. He's trying to get me angry for no reason other than for his own personal enjoyment, and it's rude. Okay? Because here's a fact. Like, once again, Anton and I play Dungeons and Dragons together on Thursdays. My character, Altair, is a Dragonborn, and he is the strongest dragon. And he is now trying to act as though his cat is stronger than my dragon, and it's absolutely absurd. And it's also rude and mean and mean-spirited. Oh, you're in Rome. I have never been to Rome. I've been to Europe. I've been to England. That's the most European thing I've done. Where's everybody from while we're in here? How many Californians do we have in the room? Everybody give it up for the Californians. That's me, I'm a Californian. Give it up for me. Alright, here we go. Now we're gonna do some actual coloring. Boop. Actually kinda like that. That's the wrong... There we go. That's not going to do it either. Get this up to... Can we still see? Can we still see, more or less? Probably not. Here, I'm going to adjust the camera real quick. Can we see that pretty good? What's a compliment you can give an artist to let them know that it's not just that they draw well? I mean, I don't know. I think in general, most artists are just happy to know that you appreciate what they're doing. Because, you know, it's definitely become a writer's medium. So, in the event that you've noticed them, simply letting them know that you have noticed them is, definitely appreciated. I'll put it that way. So what I'm doing right now is yeah, see, I took an ancient art class when I was in college, and it was actually my favorite class I took. Well, actually, it was my second favorite class I took. What this is right now is I'm painting in ambient occlusion as much as I am able. Ambient occlusion, for those of you who are not familiar with the terminology, is when two objects get close to each other. When two objects get close to each other, they start to sort of absorb light. Like light is unable to get into where the like. So like under my nose has some, around my eyes has some. Mine are also really bad because I never sleep. But basically, when things get closer to each other, they get dark. So I paint that in for my darks here, and that's what I'm doing right now. Makes things look more real. But back to the ancient art thing. My second favorite class in college was Art of the Ancient World by Professor John Pellini at the University of Southern California. And let me tell you what, I love that class. Loved that class. There were two classes I studied for. My favorite class and that class. My second favorite class. Every other class, never studied. Never it took the test blind. Just went, screw it. Here's hoping. Boop, 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 boop. Here's the thing, people. If you're gonna leave the stream, just say goodbye. Just be nice. Say goodbye. Don't just leave. Say I gotta go. You know what I mean? Like, common courtesy, even on the internet. Can you see what I'm doing? Can you see okay? Is that out of focus? Is it total garbage? If it's total garbage, let me know and I'll pull it back a little bit. And maybe I'll just enlarge the screen. This is the scale I like to work at, though. A little out of focus. Crap. Whoop. Is that better? That works. I think that works. Apologies. You know, it's like I'm trying to run a multimedia empire here, but also trying to make sure that the artwork is good. Now, you came to the right stream to talk about poop, my friend. My German ancestors loved a good poop joke. They're obsessed with butts. That's what I heard anyway. I have family members who are always like, oh yeah, Germans love a good poop joke. I don't know if it is a German thing. It feels reductive of the German people. Oh, good jam, Bob. Do you need to get permission to publicly show the panels you're working on? So typically they trust you. Like they trust you to not give away big plot stuff. They trust you to not show something that, you know, like I drew a really cool page for Way of X, right? But it's at the very end of the issue, and it's like a big plot point. They more or less trust you to go, all right, we know that you're not going to share that, right? And once you've been announced on a project, they don't mind you tweeting about it and stuff. But like if I were to go out and actually tweet that last panel, I'd probably get in big trouble. But I typically don't have to ask them. But I do ask before I do it. Like before I start tweeting about things. In a pre-tweet world. I don't know if that makes any sense. I don't know. It's all pretty loosey-goosey. Like I think to a certain extent they do understand that like social media currency is important to artists. Like being able to tweet about the thing that you're working on is important. So they don't get too bent out of shape about it, but they do expect you to use a certain amount of your best judgment. And in general, I don't tweet too much, and I'm actually overly conservative about what I do and don't tweet about. Like, Sai tweeted out that picture of Dr. Nemesis. I never would have done that. Yes, I'm back. The rum ham is back. The old Twitch ham friends. We're back, baby. We're just on YouTube now. Feel pretty good about that. I can't wait to start sharing it all. I'm really proud of it. I'm like really, really proud of that book. And I don't want to toot my own horn, but I do think I get better as the series goes on. Like I become a better artist. I have become a better artist throughout the process of making that book. My skills have improved somewhat. So you'll see, like, hopefully you'll see an improvement from issue 1 to issue 2 and from issue 2 to issue 3 and so forth. Always move forward, never sleep like a shark, bro. That's what I say. Can we see what's happening? Can we see the coloring I'm doing? This incredible coloring I'm doing? I mean, honestly, all the comments in chat right now should just be, wow. How does he do it? How does he know where the shadows go? I don't understand. Here's a question. What are you trying to improve as an artist currently? There's a bunch of stuff. Here's things I don't think I'm super good at. I'm not great at looking at a comic book page as a singular piece. I'm very good at looking at it as a series of images that tell a story, but I'm not great at looking at it as like a singular piece of artwork. To me, it's still, a lot of my pages feel like disconnected panels telling you a story as opposed to a beautiful piece of art that tells you a story. And I'm trying to get better at that. I would like to improve some of my dynamicism. I focus a lot on the acting and stuff like that, but I think sometimes there are more exciting ways to lay out pages than what I typically go with. That's my big stuff right now. Boop, 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 boop. And, tweaks to anatomy and getting more detail and, trying to make things look more real but still fun. That's been my big focus. That's been my big focus, as the Europeans say. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, there's a few people out there I think that do it really, really well. Some of them are somewhat problematic people, but if you are a person who is capable of separating art from artist, I think Sean Murphy's pretty good at putting together a page that's a piece. I think Andrew Robinson's very good at putting together a page as a piece. I probably shouldn't have said that. I don't know. I don't like to be judgy about what people think about stuff, but what are you gonna do? I shouldn't say it. Most of them have been very nice to me, but oh, whatever. I just stuck my foot in it. Whatever. Yeah. I don't know. I've had some people, there's some weird stuff that's come out about him in the news and stuff like that. I don't know what to believe of any of that stuff. Like I said, he was very, I met him once, he was very nice to me. He really had no reason to be, so. Yeah, what are you gonna do? I mean, here's my honest feeling about it, is everybody, I think most people are just trying to do their best to, you know what I mean? And I think, in general, the internet is a pretty harsh place, and people have very little patience for, people not being perfect at all times. So in general, I try not to jump on people when they do things that some folks consider unsavory. Everybody's only working with the knowledge and information they have, and sometimes it takes them to places that they're not going to agree with everybody. I don't know. It's complicated, Is my music posted somewhere? I do have a SoundCloud, but I don't really update it, and I didn't pay for it, so it's not the hottest jams. This stuff isn't anywhere. other than my Dropbox. I could maybe post a link to it if somebody wanted it. I don't super care. But no, I you know, the beep boop music isn't up. And some of my rock and roll stuff, like I was in a band for a long time. We used to have a website. I don't know if it's still up anymore. Probably isn't. I'm sure nobody's paying for that website anymore now that we're not a band anymore. Yeah, you know. It's hard, right? Like, the internet's not a great place for nuance. It's like, you try to be like, well, you know, I'm sure he said some things that somebody didn't like, but he was nice to me, and I don't think he's a bad person. He might just be working off of information that's different than yours, and I'm sure if you talk to him, you'd probably like each other and all that stuff. But it's like, man, nobody wants to have that conversation. I feel like everybody just wants to be mad at each other all the time. It's very sad. My problem is I get into trouble because I like to believe the best of people, and then invariably I'm let down. Uh-oh, stream's getting real. Stream's getting too real out here. But, you know, it's like one of those things where it's like, oh, I like this person's art. Well, yeah, but did you know this about them? I'm like, well, yeah, but that's not really what I'm talking about. Like, I've had that conversation, which is why I feel like I have to preface everything I'm saying. Hey, well, thank you very much for stopping by, Holly. You have a great day. Hope everything's good. Hope you have some fun wherever you're headed. But again, thank you very much for stopping by. I appreciate it. Boop, 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 boop. I gotta figure out where I can actually post all the beep boop stuff. I don't know what to do with it. Like, I don't think I just give it away for free. I don't know how. I don't know how to put beep boops on Spotify or whatever. This was many hours of my life. Maybe I don't want to pay for a membership. The Booze and Brews has its own thing, and yeah, I don't know. Maybe one of these days. I'm not going to take your money. I demand your money. You put it directly in my pocket. You put your money in my pocket, or I will do karate on you. You do it of your own volition. Oops, I need to change over to their front brush. Up, up. Oh, that's not a bad idea. Just post videos of like robots humping each other or something like that, and then stop by my YouTube channel for music Robots Bone 2. Just the stupidest. Ugh. When did I start drawing? I've been drawing since I was a kid. But I didn't really start drawing with any regularity until, well, so I drew a bunch when I was a kid. And like, you know, we had art classes in my high school, so I took that. And then my mom knew I liked drawing, so she would send me down to the, so I grew up in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Cream City. Home of the Milwaukee Bucks and Brewers. And the Milwaukee Art Museum used to have kids' art classes. Mom knew I was interested in like art and animation, so she very kindly signed me up for some classes, took some of those. So I'd be drawing, you know, on the weekends and stuff like that. And then I stopped when I was in college. And then, let's see. All right, this is going to start to look terrible before it looks good. So just trust me. It's going to look not great, and then it's going to look okay. So then, stopped in college, stopped after college. And then picked it up again very strangely in... Like, the story goes, if memory serves, for you Iron Chef fans, I was working for Activision, and we had a project. I was working on Skylanders. For those of you out there who remember video games, remember video games? You ever heard of video games? I was working on Skylanders. And I was working on, I don't know if anybody played Skylanders or enjoyed it or remembers it, but I was on the team that was responsible for the virtual world that was on the internet for it. You could like load them into your computer, and you could run around this little virtual island in space, and you could eat food and grab stuff and do dumb stuff. It was not the greatest product in the universe, but we loved it. We had fun with it, and there were some big plans for it, but that kind of got shut down when the higher ups at Activision said, here's how big companies work, right? Big companies like Activision like to make money. I know this will come. Hell yeah. Skylanders was awesome. So big companies like that don't work the way that the people in charge of them don't think the way you and I think. If I said to you, hey, I've got a machine, and this machine, when you put, turn this music down, it's distracting me. I have a machine, and when I put $1 million into it, it spits out 60. Doesn't that sound great? Like, and if I were to say that to you, it'd be like, oh wow, yeah, I invest $1 and I get 60 out of it. That's a good deal. 1 million to 60 million. That's a good deal. I want that. But at a big company like that, they go, well, yeah, but we have this other one where we invest 200 million and we get $1 billion out of it, right? And that's Call of Duty. So we were at a company where they're used to Call of Duty numbers, and so we'd go 1 to 60, and they go, yeah, but 200 to $1 billion. And we went, all right, well, I guess that we're never going to do that. And they said, okay, well, why don't we put the project on hold, which is not something you do with a virtual world, for anybody who's ever played with one. We're going to put that project on hold while we determine what we want to do with it. And we're like, okay. But we're all still employed. So it would be a situation where I'd go into work, and I'd be looking at my boss and like, any news? Nope. Okay. What do we do today? Well, we don't have anything to do. Okay. So for the first month, we watched Arrested Development. We would go into her office, And then we would watch Arrested Development all day. Get paid that Activision money. That's true. And then after that, it was kind of we weren't really sure what we were doing. So I went. There was a art store, a Utrecht, down the street from Activision, like literally around the corner, and I would just go in there and like buy a pad of paper and some pencils and like just take them to my desk and then just draw like all day. And that was the job. And it was super strange. But that was my job for a while. And I was like drawing every day. And then right around that time is when Inktober started. And then there was so it would be like, hey, let's draw a picture today in ink. And I was like, cool, I like comics. Comics are in ink. Let's do that. So I would draw a picture in ink, and then I just kind of never stopped. So then I was drawing every day. Are those still around? Utrecht stores. They were bought by Dick Blick, so yes and no. It is out there, but it's not really the same thing. But it is the same thing. Like, they will still carry Utrecht art supplies, which is kind of weird. Alongside Blick art supplies. I don't super know how that works, but that's what it is. So anyway, I was drawing every day, and then eventually I, through a really bizarre series of happenings, I ended up getting the opportunity to draw my own graphic novel, which I did. It's called Guntown. If you want a copy, let me know. Once the plague is over, I'll send you one for $15. So I did that, and then I ended up making friends with Ben Acker from the Thrilling Adventure Hour, who also writes comics, and he wanted me to do a comic with them for the Thrilling Adventure Hour, because you might remember that there was some Thrilling Adventure Hour comics that were coming out. And I wanted to do it, but it didn't end up working out, unfortunately, just because of a series of unfortunate events. But he did remember me when he was doing a King Features book called King's Quest. Took me a minute to remember that one. And then I drew that. And then I drew a bunch of additional stuff for Dynamite. And now it's my job. A lot of this stuff was happening when I used to be doing Bob's Drawing Challenge. If anybody's here is the old Bob's Drawing Challenge people, if any of you are around, that's pretty much when I stopped posting. Was when all the Dynamite stuff started hitting. The reason for that is it just took too long to edit everything. Because I actually really love doing them. Still like doing them, but you know, you just kind of run out of time for stuff at a certain point. But if I'm going to be drawing anyway, why not? What? Oh, if I'm going to be drawing stuff anyway, why not stream at the same time? And you guys can all come and chat with me. We can all hang out. That's fun, right? 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 I think we can all agree on that. So there you go. That's the story, you guys. That's how it goes. And so it goes. That's how long I've been drawing. That was a really long-winded story about my start in the comics career. In the comics business, in the biz. But it all works together. Boop. Yeah. Gotta slap them hams, baby. on here. Keep switching these. Whoops, whoops, whoops. Coffee isn't really hydrating though, is it? Because it's a diuretic. It makes you pee. Like, does more go out than comes in? Nobody knows. Would you guys hang for a second if I went and grabbed coffee? Or would that be bad form for the stream? I can just get a second cup real quick. It'll only take me like a minute. No, these pages here are actually traditional. But you gotta color digital. I mean, I could paint them, but who has that kind of time? A lot of my stuff is digital just because, like, in order to... Oh my God! Friends. Wife has arrived with coffee. You are the best, dear. Thank you very much. I know you know. Thank you. The best. Man. When you do enough streaming, you suddenly realize that your tune list loops at a certain point and that you need to start writing some more new music. Because these, you know, I've heard this song already today. Let me turn it up a little bit. I have complete control of the audio. Can you all see what's happening right here? I'm painting in the light from the window. Painting with light. Actually, that wouldn't be there. Yeah, it's good. The hues are all going to change quite a bit as this goes on, because I have a couple different layers, and I don't know how I decided on this particular look for this book or this particular process, but like it goes all over the place. So like those pinks and purples are going to shift. Oh God, look at how old this computer is. Can you see this? The little cursor can't keep up with my movement. Can you see that? Can you see how far behind it is? This is why, people, we gotta monetize this channel. And then you gotta send me those super chats. And I gotta make fat stacks of dollars. So that I can get a computer that can keep up with me. Yeah. Well, it's about to get oranger, so get ready for that. It's a weird look, but I think it works. Like, it kind of, the contrast, it gets very intense on this book. It's, there we go. Here, now watch this. It's gonna start to blow out. Boop. See? Just a little bit. It's going to get real noticeable on her desk, though. Like, I like it real contrasty. Whoop, see? See that? See how it starts to glow there on her desk? I'll get in there. Whoop. And that's the sunlight. That's what I'm looking for. Well, yeah, so I should figure that out. Because, like, you can't... YouTube... So, I was monetized at one point, but then... I stopped posting, right? And then, because I haven't... So, they have, like, all these requirements. And it's like, you need to have 4,000 viewing hours or something like that of people viewing your stuff. And then once you do that... they'll turn your monetization back on. And then I can have, like... super chats and tips and blah-bitty blibbity blue, and then we can all, and then I can buy a computer. Buy me a computer. That's what I'm asking. I'm asking for the community to support me being able to do my job. Have you decided on a style or been told to do something different for that project? Are you talking about this one, or are you talking about Way of X with Marvel? That is an important distinction, and I would like to answer your question appropriately, Dustin. So please. Also, hi, Dustin. How you doing? Hope you're doing good. I haven't talked to you in a while, dude. Oop. GoFundMe, PayPal, yeah. See, what I like to do... And he's just wondering if you ever had to change up because someone said it wasn't what they wanted. No, I've never had that happen to me. I know people that it has happened to. But I'm sort of the opinion either you want to work with me or you don't. And I'm not going to sit around here and change what I'm doing to fit you, right? Like, I do... So here's what I will say. I do change up my style a bit based on the project I'm working on. Like... I'm not going to draw like this for Marvel. Like, this is just for me, and it was just supposed to be fun and fast. It has turned into something much different than that, obviously, because it's just what I do, is take something that was supposed to be fast and make it a million-year slog. But like, Marvel and stuff like that, like, they're, you know... I sort of have, like a you know, a bigger company comics look that I do versus a look that I do for things that are just for me, that are just for fun. Because I kind of want, like, the stuff that's just for me and for fun to sort of be easy and breezy and quick. It's just kind of like to get the story out. Again, invariably that's not what happens, but you know, it's the same reason that, like, if a company said, hey, do you want to do a book with us? And I go, yeah. And they go, okay, we'll do some test pages. And I go, absolutely not. Like, either these are pages you're paying me for, or we're not working together. Like, because I could be at home, right? Like, if I'm going to do something for you, you're going to pay me for it. And if you're not, then I'm not going to work with you. Because here's a fact. Look at this. If I'm drawing test pages for you, I'm not drawing this. And I'd much rather be drawing this than test pages. Right? Yes, exactly like that. But like, there's no world in which I'm gonna draw test pages for somebody and not get paid for it. Because otherwise, I'll just do my own. I'll do my own book. Will they ever pay for test pages? They can, but you have to make them pay you for it. Because a lot of times they won't. Like, you actually have to bring it up. Because otherwise they'll just assume test pages. You're not getting paid. It's a test. But if you say, okay, well, what and the rate, you have to be like, okay, so what's the rate for the test pages? Is it the same as my normal page rate, or what you would pay me normally? And they'll go, oh, we thought they would be unpaid. And then you go, thank you, but no thank you. And then they go, oh, okay, well, we can do it. Usually once you tell them no, you're not going to do it because you're not paying them, or they're not paying you, then either they suddenly find the money to pay you for your time, or you just move on. There is a certain company that has been kind of getting I think we talked about it on Tad Galusha's podcast, the Blue Tiger podcast. Have I ever thought about doing a Kickstarter? Yes. I was actually thinking about doing this as a Kickstarter, but I don't know if I'm ever going to finish it. I would like to. But yeah, Tad is a buddy of mine and a friend of a friend and a good dude. And he was telling me that DC was making him do test pages. And I was like, are you kidding me? Like, how are they making you do test pages? A, you're good. You've done books for Oni and stuff like that. And then they're not paying you for your time. Like, that's criminal. Because, like, let's be clear. A comic book is a good job, but they know pay so good. Like, it's the only job I've ever loved, but it is not a job that you take because you're like, I'm making millions. You know, this ain't the 90s anymore, dude. this ain't the Image 90s. And my name is not Mark Silvestri or Rob Liefeld. My name is Bob and nobody gives a crap. Right. Just softening some of these edges here. I had a Patreon at one point, but I never finished hooking it up. I'm like, nobody's gonna pay me to do nothing. Give me $5 a month and I'll maybe draw a book if I have time. That's not a great sales pitch for anybody. What do I get for my $5? The satisfaction of knowing that you gave me $5. Literally, nobody's paying for that. What I'm doing now, for those of you still interested in the craft, is I like in my books to add just a little bit of atmosphere, and by that I mean sort of a thickness in the air. And you do that by softening the colors in the background a bit, and just adding what would essentially be like. You ever notice in movies sometimes, like, you'll see shafts of light kind of cutting through the background and stuff like that, and that's because typically they'll pipe smoke, like artificial smoke, Yeah, dude. For sure. So this is Clip Studio. But on movies, I'll actually pipe just a little bit of smoke into the background to kind of give a little bit of separation from the foreground and background and stuff like that. So I will use it here to separate all my characters from background characters and stuff like that. And it'll be a real subtle effect, but it will work effectively in a moment. It just lightens. It kind of evens out everything in the background, takes some of the contrast down, and leaves the contrast to the figures and characters that you're actually supposed to be paying attention to. And it's just another trick to get people's eye where you want it. Which is on your characters and stuff. So there you go. If you have any other questions about process, so that's what I'm doing right now. Now that I've kind of got the primary lighting of the scene done, now it's all about sort of creating separation and guiding people's eye around. It's all film logic, actually. Like the 180-degree rule and all that stuff, all film logic. Film school prepped me for my career in comics, and that's the truth. I think that's why I was able to come in and like basically get a job at Marvel when they first found out about me, because I already knew how to tell a story with pictures. You see that? It's real subtle, but it pushes those guys back just a little bit in the background there. How many pages of this book have we drawn or colored? This is page 5 that I'm coloring and lettering right now. 11 pages have been drawn. That's true. Ideally, that's what film school should do. Teach you how to tell good stories visually. See that? You can kind of see where the light part is in the back, but see, like it just evens that background out just a little bit. And it keeps the focus on the contrast of the main character. But we're going to blow that background out in just a minute, and it's going to be ridiculous. And then after that, we'll letter it, and then I think I'm going to get on with my day, probably eat some lunch, spend some time with my wife. She's back from her errand, as you've heard. Brought me that coffee. Nice lady. And then, yeah, maybe I'll do another one later tonight. Who knows? I'm sure nobody will want to join a super late night stream, but you know, I sometimes work until 1 a.m. if I want. So if you're up, I'm up. Or if I'm up and you're up, come say hi. Who cares? Who cares? We're just having a hang, man. Just a good time. Thank you. There we go. There we go. See what that does? Just separates him from the background here. See, now he's... because I'm using the sort of contrast of this to make sure that he pops when we're pointing at him, when she's pointing at him. Yeah, okay. Wait, Chad, you're from Europe? I didn't know that. Is that true? Where do you live in Europe? Are you German? Rolfs feels like a German name. Oh, you got me. I trusted you, and you lied to me. And now I'm heartbroken. Because of the lies. Why are we not? Oh, wrong brush. Up. There we go. That looks good to me. Does it look good to you? I don't care. I'm in charge here. I'm the captain now. Oh, I see. That is actually a good joke, and I didn't get it because I'm a bonehead. There we go. Page all colored. I'm going to pull this back just a little bit. A little hot from the top there. Okay, I'm pretty pleased with that. So let's take a look at what we've done here. So I'll turn all the layers off. Whoop. Here's where we started. Flat. Ambient occlusion. You see it? Little bit of like maybe like the, I guess these are probably like the lights in the ceiling. See, this is getting into more silly stuff. But my coloring method is additive. So I will tend to go from a mid-tone, because that's what light is, right? Like, light is additive. Here, let me move this out of the way. Light.
Welcome to All Lights Considered. I'm your host, Bob. Light is additive.
So, if I'm an object and I'm in a room and there's no lights on, I'm completely dark. But then I turn a light on. Boom. So that's what I do with my coloring, right? Ambient occlusion is just sort of a thing that happens. It's a natural phenomenon, right? So that's what that is. Now I turn on the first light. The first light here is the lights in the ceiling. The next light is the light from the window. And then we brighten the light from the window because it's the sun. And then we add a little bit of that atmosphere because it's a room that has air in it. And then we add the sunlight. And now we're all done. And then this is sort of like the, I guess like the bloom glow from whatever you want to say it's from. I don't know. I also... Oops, I didn't do it on this page and I should have. I also like a little texture. So I'll show you how I do that. Because like in general, these are fairly flat colored. So we're going to select all of our panels. Oh, you know what? I can actually do it this way. Right? Can I do it this way? No, we'll not do that. We'll not do that. So I zoom way out, I select all the panels. Can you see what I'm doing here? Probably not so good. I apologize. I'll move the camera back. So we select all of our panels. Completely select them. And then we take about a mid-tone 50% gray and we flat fill everything. Whoop! We flat fill everything. Oh, my pleasure. I'm happy to assist. So we're gonna flat fill everything. So now everything's all gray again, right? That looks terrible. Oh wait, it's gonna look worse. Because now what we're gonna do is we're gonna add a noise layer. Oh, terrible. Nobody wants to look at this. absolutely wretched, right? So now I've flattened that noise layer down. Boop! And now it just kind of looks gray, right? And you can see it's actually all black and white noise, right? It's just, it's literally like a little, like, I think it's called a moire pattern. No, it's not a moire pattern. But it's literally just a noise layer, right? So what we do is we blur it just a little bit. Not a ton, a little tiny bitty baby bit. Oops, that was the wrong blur. We'll use the Gaussian blur. There we go. 6. So now it's gonna render that. That offbeat symbol, man. So now you can see that we've softened our noise, right? Now, can you see that? Yeah, you can kind of see that soft. So I'm going to zoom way in so you can see it. And now we just change the blending mode, and oh, and then we take down the opacity just a little bit, and oh my goodness. Oh, that beautiful texture is in there. And it's very subtle, but you know, it just adds a little tiny bit. It's a little bit of vision. It looks a little bit less flat. It's very subtle. Like, it may not even show up so good to you guys, but like, when you actually look at it, it is noticeable. Anyway, that's how you do it. That's how you color comic books. So I think that's going to be it for me. Yeah, a little bit of a toothy watercolor paper. I like that. So I think this is going to be all for my stream right now, you guys. I'm going to probably eat some lunch and then letter this page, and I need to I can't write and talk and stream at the same time because I rewrite things as I'm lettering, so like all the dialogue ends up changing and stuff like that. So that takes me a minute, and it's probably not going to be fun to watch me sit here and go like with my headphones off going, no. So anyway, that's going to be all for me. But I may jump on again later tonight, like super late, depending on what my afternoon and evening looks like, because I have, you know, obviously more stuff to draw. But yeah, are there any other questions before I have to take off? Oh, my pleasure. Thank you so much, everybody, for stopping by. It's been an absolute delight. It's been an absolute delight. Yeah. But please hang out next time. Get ready for the next stream. Hey, you have a good one. You have a good one, Jam. All right, you guys. Take good care. And I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.